Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I wanted to show you guys a little tutorial on how to do dip nails at home. I am going to be using this ASP quick dip starter kit to do my dip nails with. And I'll show you guys what other tools that I use to do this. It usually takes me about 45 minutes to an hour, only because I have to do cut my nails down, do my little prep work before I actually get into the dip kit. So the prep work usually takes the longest, and then the dipping doesn't take that long, probably about 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most. So I say the whole entire process takes me about an hour. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using to do my prep, and then I'll show you guys the steps to get this dip polish done. The reason why I like to do dip is because I am a hairstylist by trade and I'm always in water, so regular polish just no good for me. So I found that gel and dip powder are the way to go for me. I like gel, but I try to stay away from it because of the UV light. I don't want myself to be exposed to the UV light so often. So I'll alternate between the dip and the gel. But the dip is easier for me to do at home. I don't have to worry about drying time or sitting up under a light. I just dip, buff it, file it, and then you're good to go. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be using, and then we're going to get into it. So if you're interested, keep watching. All right, so here is my setup. I have my nail tools to file and clip down my nails. I have this drill. I really do recommend a drill. This is not a high-tech drill. This is just a drill that I found at Walmart. But you would just place these attachments on there, and it really does help through this process. So I definitely recommend a hand drill of some kind. Inside of this box, the starter kit, this is what's inside. It's a 3-step method. There's a nail primer as your step 1. Your step 2 is the nail base and top gel. Then you have a gel activator, and then this is just a brush cleaner. And then you get 2 colors. This is cream soda, and then this one is rose petal pink, and this is the color that I'm going to be using today. And you also get a manual to tell you step by step on how to do your application. And then I have some nail polish remover in here, some cuticle softener, some cuticle oil, my buffer. You'll definitely need a brush to brush away the excess powder, a file, and a quick dry top coat, and a regular top coat. All right, so let's get into this prep work. I'm just going to be cutting my nails down a little bit. I like for my nails to be a little shorter and even. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, just cutting down some of my longer nails, making sure that all of them look pretty uniform. Because you don't want to have some nails short and some nails long. That defeats the whole purpose, in my opinion, to having a nice uniform manicure. So I'm just snipping away at my nails, and then I'm going to go in and file, and then I'm going to buff, and then we're going to get into the fun part, which is the dipping. Alright, so now that our buffing is complete, I am going to go in and use my cuticle softener. And what we'll do is we'll apply this around the nail bed, where your cuticle, apply it on your cuticle, on each nail, and then we're going to let it sit for
a few minutes, but by the time I get done with my application of all the nails, it's ready to go. So I'll take my cuticle pusher and I'm pushing back my cuticle on each nail. And then once I have that completed, you will wipe away the excess cream, and then you can go in with your cuticle nipper. And now I am finishing up with my cuticles, just doing this last nail. And you want to make sure that you wipe your cuticle nipper off in between, because that buildup does build up inside of your tool, and you want to make sure that your tool remains clean the whole time that you're working. And there you go, nice clean nails ready for polish, well, dip in this case. All right, so now that our manicure is complete, we are going to go in with this quick dip nail kit. And the first step is the nail primer. You want to apply this to each nail. And what the nail primer does is remove any oils from the nails so that the dip powder will adhere to your nail nicely. And we're going to work one hand at a time. So I'm starting with my left hand, and when I'm complete with my dipping process on my left hand, I will move over to my right hand. And now for step number 2, we're going to be doing the nail base and top coat. Now you want to apply this like you would apply a nail polish, very neatly. You don't want to rush through this, and you want to make sure that your nail is completely covered, because this is what the dip powder will adhere to. So take your time, and as soon as you're done painting, you want to make sure you get that nail right in that powder. You don't want to waste no time and let it dry. And then you want to take your brush and brush away the excess dip powder. I take a toothpick just to go around my cuticles so that the dip won't gel to my skin. And then I'll go in with a second coat. Now you can apply as many coats as you want, but I only apply 2. I feel like 2 is, I get a more natural look, and it's not super thick. So 2 coats is perfect for me. So I'm going in with my second coat of the number 2 step, and then I'm going to go back in and dip a second time. And make sure you get that nail all the way inside of the powder. Brush away your excess. Use your toothpick if you need it, just to clear it away from your skin before it completely sets. And then after that, you're free to move on. I always do my step 3 last, because that is just the activator. So I'm going to continue with applying my dip to the remainder of my nails. And it's the same process. We're going to polish, we're going to dip, we're going to brush away excess. Then we're going to use our toothpick if we need it. And then we are going to repeat with our second coat. But you definitely want to make sure that you get any excess dip off of your nail before you apply your second coat. You want to do it as neatly as possible to avoid any lumps or any disformity in the way that it sets, because then you'll have to go in and work harder with your file. So just be as neat as possible. Take your time to get it right, and then go around with your toothpick just to make sure that you separate the powder from your skin. And I find that the toothpick works the best. Okay, so we are finishing up with the last nail, and now we are going to go in with the step 3, which is the gel activator. Now, the step 3, you're also going to apply this like a nail polish, but this is like your UV light. This is what sets this dip powder to your nail. This is what you'll do to make sure that the dip powder cures to your nail, and you can go in after this and begin doing your filing. So I'm going to take my little electric file, and you can see how it looks, and I'm going to go in and file the top of my nails and around my cuticle to make sure everything is smooth and ready for my top coat. So I'm just going to go with my electric file, and you can also do this with a hand file, but if you don't have an electric file and you want to make sure that the file that you use is 180 grit, because you're definitely going to use something coarse in order to file the gel, because a regular file is not coarse enough to file this powder once it sets. Now that my nails are all filed and cleaned, we are ready for our top coat. So we're going to go in with our Sally Hansen top coat, which gives shine, and then our second top coat will be a quick dry top coat that I use just to speed along the drying process. My nails are all done. Look how pretty. I'm not a nail tech, but this is a great way to have professional nails at home, and it's very inexpensive. I think I paid $20 for the kit. And you can also buy these powders individually. I think they're like $5 each for this brand, and I purchased mine at a professional store, but I believe Sally's has this brand as well, if I'm not mistaken. In the professional store, they're $5. Now, there may be a little more pricey at Sally's, but probably not by very much. They come in a different array of colors, but this pink one it's like a very pale pink. It's one of my favorites. And I also have some red, a purple, like a cream one. I think that's it. But these two come inside of the kit. The rose petal pink and the cream soda. So yeah, I hope my video is very helpful, and this lasts up to 3 weeks. And the way that I remove it is I'll use pure acetone and soak it off, just like if you would go to the nail salon. It's the same quality. You'll just soak it in acetone, and you can reapply if you like. But yeah, it lasts a very long time, so you really get your money's worth out of it, and it's much cheaper than going to the salon. But yeah, so give the dip powders a try. It's kind of time consuming. It did take me about an hour to prep my nails and to actually do the dip process, but I mean, it's worth it. And that's about the amount of time that you'll spend in the salon getting them done by a professional. So it's just time consuming, but you can do it. Take your time and trial and error. You know, you might not get it perfect the first time, but just keep trying and you'll get better the more that you do it. I hope this is very helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.